The very first XRP-backed stablecoin will be launching on the Flare network. Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, in today's video, we have some incredible news. The very first XRP-backed stablecoin is coming to the Flare network, and it's going to be launched by Ēnosys. So we're jumping in straight here by this tweet from Hugo, and he talks about the XRP-backed stablecoin. Ēnosys' friendly fork of Liquity V2 protocol, which I'll mention in just a moment, will allow you to mint stablecoins collateralized by your XRP. And then the beautiful thing about this is that you will be able to use those stablecoins to put to work to earn yield, make payments, buy NFTs, use as collateral, lend out. The sky really is the limit. XRP-backed stables, fully decentralized and on-chain, on the Flare network, powered by Ēnosys. This is extremely exciting news. So before we jump into the meat of this, I just want to remind you that F-Assets is a revolutionary protocol, a bridging solution that allows assets to come from non-native smart contract platforms like XRP and in the future Dogecoin, Bitcoin, XLM, and I'm sure many others, brought over to the Flare network where they can interact with this thriving DeFi ecosystem. But there is no point in bringing assets over to Flare if there is nothing to do with them, and what Ēnosys have just pulled out of the bag is going to be huge utility for all of these assets. So this is a great summary here from the Flare official account. The first XRP-backed stablecoin comes to the Flare network with Ēnosys loans, launching with FXRP and WFLR initially, and then staked XRP and other assets too. Backed by collateralized debt positions, commonly known as CDPs, and yes, it is a friendly fork of the Liquity protocol or Liquity V2 and stablecoins plus FTSO powered pricing. So it does integrate the Flare time series oracle. And of course, for those looking to turbocharge their rewards and their yields, you are going to be able to benefit from RFLR incentives. So for XRP holders, what does this mean for you? It means that you can have liquidity and gain stable coins and utilize stable coins without selling and still maintaining exposure to the underlying asset. And in this case, it's going to be either XRP, FXRP, or WFLR. For Flare, this means that a deeper F-asset adoption rate and stablecoin liquidity for decentralized finance. This is absolutely incredible news, and we're going to be reading this document here in just a moment, but I want to just give you a bit of an overview of Liquity Protocol. They've got a lot of followers here on X, but followers aren't everything. So if we scroll down, it's basically a protocol that allows you to borrow with this collateralized debt position mechanism. If we go onto their website here, they've forked on over 15 different chains, which is pretty impressive. And it's basically, I believe, to be some sort of licensing fee where Liquity get a licensing fee and then other entities such as Ēnosys can actually deploy this solution and utilize the smart contracts that are already battle tested. So of course, this is Liquity V2 that is coming to the Flare network. Here are some of the existing forks that have already gone through such a process. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting. You may be wondering, what is Liquity V2? Yes, one of the main things that I'm particularly excited about for us as users is that we can actually set the rate, enabling fixed and market-driven rates. So you have your XRP and you may say, look, I'm willing to loan this out for you, or to you, sorry, for a certain fee. And this creates a competitive marketplace where the people that are lending are driving the interest rates down to allow a good price for those who want to actually mint the stablecoins. So it's a sort of equilibrium effect. What is Bold? Well, Bold is the USD pegged stablecoin issued by Liquity V2. And just to be clear, Ēnosys have confirmed that they won't be calling their stablecoin Bold. So those who actually license this protocol, Liquity V2, can name their stablecoin as they wish. And I'm just confirming here that it's not going to be called Bold. So with these collateralized debt positions, there is going to be an abundance of opportunities and feedback loops to turbocharge your yields. And this is exactly what we will be discussing in the Flare Community Mastermind group. The invitations have just gone out, and if you want to join, feel free to check the links in the description, become a Patreon member, and unlock a ton of benefits and access to this exclusive group. So let's jump into this article produced by the Flare team. Ēnosys loans, bringing the first XRP-backed stablecoin to the Flare network. First mover advantage, excellent timing. So Ēnosys announced the launch of Ēnosys loans, the first ever collateralized debt position CDP protocol that allows XRP holders to mint a trustless, over-collateralized stablecoin directly on Flare, launching first with XRP and WFLR, and soon expanding to staked XRP. And that's very powerful within itself. I'll talk about that in just a moment. So how do collateralized debt positions power stablecoins? The engine behind this system is a CDP, collateralized debt position. A CDP protocol allows users to mint a stablecoin against their collateral. The collateral backs the stablecoin and helps it maintain a value close to $1. This means that XRP holders will be able to access the value of their XRP without having to sell their tokens, and essentially still retain exposure to the asset. A crucial component of this mechanism is the stability pool, which ensures the system can cover outstanding debt in case of liquidation. Users who stake their stablecoin in the stability pool are rewarded with real yield coming from the mint fees, interest paid, and liquidation rewards. On top of this, a cornerstone of Ēnosys loans is the integration of the Flare time series oracle for decentralized collateral pricing. Unlike traditional oracles that may rely on centralized data sources, the Flare time series oracle aggregates price feeds from independent signal providers, delivering high accurate and tamper-proof data for collateral assets. And just in addition to that, I'm sure it's probably going to be rewarded or incentivized with APS as well, the native token of the Ēnosys platform, APSIS, which fundamentally allows you to get access to the APY cloud. That's a whole different story. I'll be talking about that more at a later date. Scrolling down here, a friendly fork of Liquity V2 on Flare. So Liquity, the Liquity protocol, is one of the most tried and tested CDP protocols in DeFi. Since launching in 2021, it has secured billions in collateral, kept its stablecoin peg through extreme market volatility, and proven the resilience of its redemption and stability pool design. So this is very reassuring for those who want to interact with this protocol, and yeah, let's keep moving. Liquity V2 brings core principles that made V1 trusted: immutability, decentralization, and security, while adding upgrades such as user-set borrowing rates, improved capital efficiency, and protocol-incentivized liquidity. On Flare, users will be able to lock XRP, a one-to-one representation of XRP, as we all know, into the protocol to mint a stablecoin. For the first time, XRP holders gain access to a decentralized stablecoin backed by their assets, enabling borrowing without selling, liquidity provision, and yield opportunities across decentralized finance. Uniquely, borrowers on Flare can set the annual percentage rate, or the APR, that they're willing to pay. However, lower fees come with a trade-off. The lowest interest rate positions are the first to be redeemed against if the stablecoin falls below its $1 peg. Shortly after launch, support will expand to include staked XRP the liquid staking token from Firelight, which we've talked about in depth. This means XRP holders can put their staked XRP to work twice, earning staking rewards and using staked XRP as collateral to mint stablecoins. This is very powerful stuff here. This is going to allow for feedback loops, as I mentioned, and basically turbocharging the compounding effect. We'll be talking a lot about this in the MasterMind group. So why does this matter? First, XRP-backed stablecoin. Flare becomes home to a decentralized stable collateralized by one of the largest crypto assets. Deeper integration of staked XRP. Liquidity staking token becomes composable, evolving into foundational collateral for decentralized finance. It also means more activity for F assets. Every minted stable drives usage of the F asset system, strengthening the network and boosting liquidity flows. Something else very interesting to consider: to bootstrap adoption, the protocol will integrate RFLR incentives, which means users who utilize the minted stablecoin in the stability pool or decentralized exchange liquidity pools will be able to earn RFLR rewards. We know that these rewards have been very generous in the past, and I'm expecting this to be just the same. So what does the road ahead look like? This is just the beginning. Support for additional Flare native collaterals such as FLR and more F assets are planned, alongside expanded integrations with other decentralized finance apps in the ecosystem. By bringing a proven model like Liquity V2 to Flare, we're laying the foundation for stable, decentralized liquidity powered by XRP and enhanced by liquid staking. This is so good. Right, so the ecosystem really is binding together now. We're seeing protocols and entities interact with each other, utilizing staked XRP within their protocols to basically add additional benefits and incentives of why people may want to bring their XRP to the Flare network. This can be highlighted again further by this staked XRP architecture, and we've gone through this a few times. You've got the user here. This is the XRP ledger side of things. They interact with the F asset protocol. They receive FXRP, and you can do a lot of things with XRP. Obviously, you see here participating in decentralized exchanging, lending, and also yield markets too. But you're also going to go through a workflow where you can go through the Firelight system and stake your XRP and start earning a yield as you're holding this staked XRP, and then you're going to be able to double dip and use this staked XRP to again interact with all of these applications, whether that's providing liquidity, whether that's providing collateral for loans in Ēnosys, or doing something completely different. So wow, we really do have an abundance of opportunities on the horizon, and it seems like everything is just converging on this one moment: the launch of F assets, the launch of Firelight, the launch of Ēnosys, collateralized loans. This is going to be big, guys, and you are here at the right time. So with that in mind, please feel free to like and subscribe if you have not already. I would like to thank you all so much for watching. Do have yourself an incredible day as always, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.